Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube Astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about having a Libra Sun and Virgo Venus in a natal chart. Now, first off, with a Libra Sun, the basic fundamental character may be charming, refined, diplomatic, modest, and equitable. And when you have a Virgo Venus, the person may be more shy, though, in terms of their relationships, and he or she may often analyze and criticize romantic partners. And, the thing is with the Libra Sun, the basic nature can be, cooperative. And really, and the thing about this is Virgo Venus, Libra is adaptable, and so is Virgo. But when you're talking about Venus and Virgo, again, it's more of that proclivity to be more critical in terms of, the romantic partners. And I think Libra Sun is like a little more accepting in general, and because of the cooperative side of the sign. But when you have Virgo Venus, there may be that tendency to be a little bit more particular in terms of, who he or she connects with. Now, this, though, can be a modest and reticent combination. Again, as the Libra Sun person, basic character can be humble and modest. And Virgo Venus is reluctant to boast with others, that they're connected with, because Virgo, energy tends to be, reticent, humble, and modest. So they generally, in terms of who, they're with, whether it's, important friends, the significant other, marriage partner, romantic connections, there may be, reluctance to boast and brag. So this is a combination that can be, again, very humble, modest, and reticent. And now, with Venus coming before the Sun, matters with others may often take priority and precedence over those that are more self-centered. Because Venus is connecting, with others, and, the Sun is about our basic wants. It's self-centered energy, and, it's more about, the self. And now, if the Sun, with the Sun, if it does conjunct Venus, now you can have an out-of-sign conjunction. I believe in this. Some astrologers don't believe in out-of-sign conjunctions. I do. Let's say, for example, if the Sun, let's say, is at 0 degrees Libra and Venus is at 28 degrees, Virgo. You have you have just a 2-degree separation. Again, if Venus is like 28 degrees Virgo and the Sun is 0 degrees Libra, you're talking a 2-degree separation, which would be a conjunction aspect. Now, even though they're in different signs, you would still have friction that would exist between the planets. That's why I see, out of sign conjunctions. I do believe in them, but then, you do have other astrologers that don't. But anyway, if you have the Sun conjunct Venus in your natal chart, there may be intense drive and motivation in doing what is enjoyed. Venus, the Sun is about our drive and motivation. Venus is what we enjoy, what we love, what we may be enamored with. So with Venus and Virgo, the person may strongly enjoy, things connected with analysis, statistics, extrapolating data, matters with nutrition, fitness, such as working out vigorously, organizing, cleaning, sanitizing, even games that, in chat that are really, require analysis, like Mastermind, or, the intellectual games, you could say, like Haiku, or even Sudoku, things that are, mentally challenging as far as, enjoyment goes. And now, and even chess is a game of analysis. Now, let's say, there can be also intense enjoyment for doing what the person wants if the Sun conjoins Venus. And when you have, and again, Venus is about our love and enjoyment, and what we want is connected with the Sun. And with the Libra Sun, the person may simply want to be attractive or do things associated with art, whether it be drawing, painting, or sculpting. It may be matters with intellectual sociability. Maybe it's connected, things that require balance, or even some kind of sport that involves balance, because it's still enjoyment, such as tennis or gymnastics. Those are two sports that strongly involve balance and equilibrium. And also, too, relationships may play an integral role in one's life. If you have the Sun conjunct Venus, I understand that relationships may figure prominently in one's life and existence regardless of aspects, but it may be more pronounced and emphasized with this aspect in contrast to many others. Now, if you have, with Venus and Virgo, one or more of those relationships and connections may actually be with a Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or, those that embody Virgo characteristics. It can be those that are humble, reticent, shy, analytical, punctilious with details, verbose, cerebral, organized, systematic, methodical, but at the same time can be pedantic, judgmental, critical, and cynical as well. And if the Sun makes a semi-square aspect to Venus, now a semi-square aspect is 45-degree aspect. It's half of a square aspect. It's basically a modified version of a square aspect. And so if you have, that aspect, now let's say, for example, if you have Venus and Virgo at 0 degrees and the Sun in Libra is at 15 degrees, you would have a semi-square aspect. And if you have that, there could be a conflict between matters connected with relationships and those associated with oneself. And having this combination, too, the person may bring that balanced, refined, sociable, and equitable Libra Sun energy into Virgo-related things that are enjoyed, because, again, Venus is connected with what we enjoy. Venus and Virgo, may simply enjoy, compiling data, extrapolating data, things with statistics, analysis, compartmentalizing, organizing, cleaning, things of a cerebral nature, things that would require, again, that, analysis, that require analytical ability, diagnosing things, such as even like an engine, diagnosing problems with a vehicle or a computer. And also the same may apply toward Virgo money-making endeavors. The person may bring, that Libra balanced, refined, sociable, equitable energy into Virgo money-making endeavors, especially, I would say, the balance, energy. And if you have Virgo and Venus, I could say again, if you have Venus and Virgo, then you may make money doing something Virgo-related, which can include working in like data entry, anything that requires attention to detail, like computer programming, doing something where you're compiling data, or, that was something that requires organization, cleaning. It could be working as a professional organizer, as an example. And the Libra Sun basic self may be sociable. Venus and Virgo may somewhat value shyness to some degree, and they value, of course, the reticence and modesty. And Libra Sun, again, can be very humble. And the thing, too, is Virgo Venus may value that modesty, and the Libra Sun basic character can be, again, humble and modest. Libra Sun may be balanced, which can, include matters with spending, but it's interesting because the Virgo Venus may be more frugal in monetary matters. So even though the Libra Sun is generally, fair-minded and equitable in matters, you have the Virgo Venus, which may be, a little bit, more frugal. I don't know if we'd say parsimonious. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That might be a little bit extreme, but Virgo Venus can be very, in terms of restrictive, in terms of what they're spending their money on, and probably very, prudent in those matters, given that Venus is about money and Virgo is an earth sign. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.